Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to another episode of Farming Simulator 19 here on the old family farm with Delores Flofflebotham. Now, at the end of the last episode, we thought we was doing okay. We'd done our 2 field harvest that we needed to do that was very close to withering. We'd had a bit of a delayed start to proceedings because of rain, which didn't help matters. We had weeds pop up everywhere, which kind of need to be addressed. Like here. Unfortunately, my crop is now ready to harvest on 3 fields, so I can't do anything about the weeds. I can't do anything about the weeds. I did test, obviously, a strip here with the... because I was spraying that field and I'm thinking, why aren't the weeds dying? So I came over here, sprayed, and the weeds died, and I thought, that's a bit weird. And then I noticed, in the time it took me to harvest these 2 fields, that one with the corn on, this one with the wheat, my other fields have also reached harvest phase. So, poor old Delores, no rest for the poor girl, has to get on and harvest 3 more fields today. It's not good. And like I say, I definitely need to work things out a little bit better in future as far as staggering crop growth, because 3 fields to harvest in one afternoon is pushing it a bit. I am not going to lie. But the fact that they're all... I don't need to change the header though is probably a good thing. I can just whiz around here, pick all these up. All this harvested. This is barley, of course, it's not wheat. We obviously have spent a bit of money because we've bought things that we needed. So we've gone for the... Let me have a think. Let me get me words in my head that I want to say. We went for a fertiliser sprayer because we had no way of fertilising our crops at all. And given the fact that we have weeds, and we're going to have weeds in this series, I figured a sprayer was better than a spreader, for the simple fact that obviously we can do weeds and fertilise with it. Hence why we've added the refill silos stations over yonder. We've purchased those and installed those on here on the farm. We also bought a little Valtra A series to manage the sprayer, because it can have skinny tyres, and also it can have a weight on the front. Don't think it's got a PTO though, so I don't think there's any way we can rock it with a additional tank. That's the only thing. Got decent horsepower on it though. It's a little bit more meaty than the Fiat over here, which I was going to be ploughing with, but unfortunately things kind of have gone a bit pear-shaped with the way everything's kind of grown, and you know, the plant stages and everything have kind of meant that we are in a little bit of trouble. So today's a busy day for a second day here on the farm, and it's been a bit chaotic. What with the rain start and the urgent need to get corn and wheat harvested before it withered, I mean, these crops ain't going to wither because these are in the first harvest stage. I've got a bit of leeway on these, but obviously we are going to be penalised now because of the lack of because of the weeds. Also, the fact that these fields have not been ploughed means we're going to suffer a yield penalty as well, which isn't great. It's not ideal. And I don't think we've got lime either, so, you know, it's literally the worst case scenario for poor old Delores, sat there in the harvester. These fields aren't going to be offering up maximum crop, which isn't great as well, because obviously from last video, the prices on this in this region of the world don't seem to be all that great. Unless we can deliver volume, you know, quantities, we don't make a lot of money. Because we're very limited on where we can sell to. There's only literally two places. There's the main store there, or there is the rail line we can sell to, but they seem to be pretty competitive in pricing. They tend to follow each other, and neither's really pushing the boat out, trying to cause us a stir and try and outdo the other one. So prices were pretty consistent, and there was only like a couple of dollars between one location and the other. So that's why I ended up in the last video selling to the railway station, because literally it was, you know, it's quite a bit different than the Estancia playthrough, put it that way. On that playthrough there, we were looking at hundreds of dollars of difference between sell points, bakery, harbour, transport company, you know, hundreds of dollars of difference. And here on this map, you know, we're talking $1 or $2 difference between the sell points, so it doesn't really make that much difference. And probably you could argue and make an argument perhaps that if you're going to sell anywhere based on that and the fact that there's only $1 or $2 difference in the pricing, you may as well just sell at the shop, because it's less distance to travel, less wear and tear on the machinery, less fuel being used. We're nearly full with our first lot of barley. £5. Right, we need our new, well, not our new, this is our old case, tractor. Got him on the old truck, and the new trailer because I didn't like the other trailer because it had that ridiculous front steering axle thingy that I hate on trailers, because they just have a mind of their own when you're trying to manoeuvre them. And also the capacity on it was a bit small, whereas this should allow me to fully unload this twice, this harvester, fully unload Mr. Harvester twice, and still have a bit of room. Still have a bit of headroom, so there we go. And again, makes it handy when we are travelling to the sell points, because we're not having to make half a dozen journeys. We can do it in more or less, it takes us, you know, 2 tanks to do a field, then we'll get this done. Wrong buttons. We'll do a bit of first personage for you, because you like first person on this series. It's a bit more immersive, seeing the world from Delores' point of view. Frame rate's a bit better today, or it was until I just said that, and then it's tanked. But yeah, yesterday I was weird. I was getting like 30 FPS. Not sure why. Not done anything with my graphics settings or anything like that to have caused it. But yeah, every time I got in a harvester yesterday, this thing would absolutely kill the frame rate. Oh, I've missed quite a bit of the field there. I'll have to come back and get that. And again, I'm probably going to put maybe some time-lapse stuff in. I did do a time-lapse in the last video when we was doing the harvesting, because it does take a while. Even on these small fields, it takes a while. So time-lapsing is going to be a thing in the series, but rest assured, you're not missing anything. I'm not doing anything dodgy or underhanded in any way, shape or form. The work will be me. Like I say, I'm not planning on using workers to do anything. I've got the option, because obviously we've got mods installed, so I have got the guidance steering mod installed, which does mean at some point in the series we'll have to replace all the equipment, so we can buy versions of it which have got the GPS module installed. I know technically I could customise all the current vehicles and reconfigure them for GPS, yes, but I would rather buy new machinery and maybe look at bigger capacities. I like our tractors and stuff, slightly bigger engines, bit more power. More power! You know, a few more ponies under the hood sort of thing. Then we'll get like the GPS add-ons. I've obviously got Courseplay installed as well, which I could do for some things. But again, because of the state of Courseplay at the minute, in terms of its functionality and my limited testing of it, I've been having issues on some of my other test maps with Courseplay, trying to get it to work properly. Right now it seems to be very poor when it comes to detecting vehicles and trailers that aren't base game vehicles, trailers, equipment, tools, that sort of thing, which is obviously a problem for me because I tend to use a lot of like mods, modded trade equipment, modded vehicles, modded equipment, a lot of obviously the Stevie stuff basically, and Courseplay has a bit of an issue recognising that for some reason. It seems to think they are custom vehicles and stuff. Certainly in an experimentation on one map where I was trying to set up an automatic unloading sort of thing for the got growing, I can't remember again now. Right, we need to go to our next field. Right through it will be, I do believe, this one. I'm going to have to drive through the hedge to get into it because I can't be bothered to go around all of the pens. Right, we're going to have to as well go and sell the barley because we do kind of need the money. I'll just quickly do the headland round this, and then we'll go and do that. Obviously, I'm going to need the trailer. Probably won't sell the wheat off of this field because I don't think we're going to get that much, in all honesty. Turn that off for a second. Right, we want to go get our case. Right, where are we going to sell this? Barley. Another trip to the rail line, it looks like. That's not too bad. I don't mind the rail line. $14,000 litres. It's a little bit stingy. Some people might say using this tractor for carting is a bit overkill. But it has the speed advantage. You really should start looking before you just wander across the roads, people. Go. That's interesting. I forgot to check the tipping on this particular trailer. If that just gets straight up and down and doesn't give me any options, we're going to have problems. Flipping heck. Almost ran over that bloke. Whoa, misses. Because in here, at the shop, the tipping point here, there's this silly like veranda over the top of it. So pop out quick. I elevate that up. That's going to potentially hit that and cause massive problems. Even if I tip from the rear grain door, I think that's going to cause problems. So, let's have a look. Tip side left. Okay, we can tip outside of these. That's good. Okay. Worry over. Panic diverted. Just have a quick drive through here. And we're going to be positioned just fine for unloading harvester. So I'll probably time lapse the rest of this now, the next harvesting. You guys can just kick back and enjoy. Okay, so we've got nearly a full tank of soybeans. Where are we taking the soybeans then? Rail line. The prices are not good anywhere else. Drive past the horsey pen. I'll probably put some more little roadways in. Help us get to some of these fields, into and out of some of these fields. Right, so we're coming up on 3:30 in the afternoon, so the day's gone by pretty quickly. Well, it seems to have gone by fairly quickly. Obviously there's still some work to be done. We'll commence once we get back. Offload these here. That should give us a bit of money, make us a bit of income. $29 grand for a bit of soybeanage. Seriously, dude, you're gonna get run over. Seriously, love, you keep wandering about in your turquoise high heels. You're gonna get squished. Right, so we finished the harvesting of the day. Now we've got the hard work now to get these fields back into rotation, which we'll probably do over a couple of days, I think. Because we don't want to be in a position whereby we're in this situation where we're having to harvest constantly. Right. So we'll put Mr. Case back in the shed. We'll quickly just fold up Mr. John Deere. Don't want any rain or anything getting inside the harvester. Folded. Bang a bongo. All looking gravy. And we've got our weed sprayer over there, our little voucher. All lined up. Probably reverse back a bit more in future. One other thing I was going to quickly check. Okay, so our actual cultivator, the ROW Polymag 300, we probably want to change that. Isn't there supposed to be one? That's only 3 meters. Kind of what we've had, unless we go for let's have a look. Nope, it's in here, isn't it? One of these bad boys, I think. which we can actually attach to the plough, which enables us to plough and cultivate at the same time. That is something. The only downside to that is that we are going to need tractors with front weights then. That's the big problem. Right, so the harvest is done. That's it. Everything's taken care of on that front. We're now in a position where we have to plough all the fields. All 5 of them. Or we can plant again. And we need to do something about the weeds. Because that's not looking great, I'll be honest. So this should plough quite nicely. For Delores is going to do some ploughing for the rest of the afternoon into the early evening. And hopefully all the fields will be done. He says, whimsically. She's good at ploughing and cultivating. Not so good at seeding, spraying. Getting used to the width of the tools. I think it's going to be the thing that takes her the most time. But she's doing a good job. Delores is. Done well today. She's got a lot of crop pulled in and harvested. Now she's doing the ploughing. It's at this point where I'd probably say thank you everybody for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're liking this series so far. A slightly different look for me at Farming Simulator 19, where we are focusing on small fields with small tools and equipment, which is a bit different from most of the playthroughs. And also, you know, is a lot different from a lot of the other, you know, farming simulator sort of YouTubers, streamers, in the fact that I haven't jumped on the Marwell Manor bandwagon and abandoned all my current series in favour of playing that one map, because that is incredibly boring. Has anyone noticed that? Nearly everybody who covers this game and plays this game on YouTube, Twitch, they're all doing Marwell now, the mod map that came out last week. They've all jumped on it. It's like, where's the different content, people? Why are you all doing the same thing? So, yeah, I'm going to stay on this map and enjoy this map. This little farm. So, Delores thanks you for joining her here on the old family farm. She looks forward to seeing you again in another episode in the series. She asks if you would kindly go ahead and please leave and click the like button on the video, and obviously share it wherever you see fit. She also wants you to leave her any questions, comments, suggestions or feedback down in the section below, as she would like to read what your thoughts and feelings are on her sort of starting out in the farming world, taking over Grandpa's farm. And also she asks, if you're not currently doing so, could you go ahead and click the subscribe button, as that's a great way to stay up to date with all my content that I release on the channel, and also ensures you get notified when we do upload a new video. So from me and Delores, thank you all for watching. Goodbye for now.